Hello and welcome to another update video about XRP. XRP up 4% and it's at the moment doing what we wanted basically. At least we said in yesterday's video that one more wave is likely as long as the 50-cent level is holding. And however, we're now approaching a different or the important pivot, the very important pivot point at 54.7 cents. So we're going to zoom in a minute. Overall, what is the wave count of the June lows? Well, we talked about this first three-wave rally to count that as a W, the three-wave breakdown as an X wave, and the three-wave rally afterwards as a Y wave, primarily as part of a B wave, which occurred after the A wave low in June. Now, what would be likely and reasonable to assume is a C wave to the downside, which could take it to new lows below the June low. That is sort of the expectation at the moment. However, I have to tell you one thing. There is, of course, an alternative wave count. A second wave count is the second most likely count. So many people don't understand. I think the alternative count is the unlikely one, whereas you need to change your thinking. No, the alternative count is the second most likely one. It is very likely. All the unlikely ones I'm not going to show you because they are unlikely. Okay, there are two likely counts. One is bearish, one is bullish, and the 54.7 cent level is basically the pivot that decides between these two levels. Okay, so that's the way how to think about this. And always remember, we're not thinking about technical analysis in terms of, okay, one count works, the other one not. You know, if the alternative works, the analysis was wrong. That's not the case. What is important is not to trade the count. It is important to trade the pivots where reward is high and risk is low. As close as possible as you can trade to the pivots, the better the reward to risk ratio. Okay, so there's a bit of a balance there. We don't want to trade the count. We trade the levels that the counts reveal. That's why we do the counting, not to place random waves anywhere, no, but to get to the pivots, the important points and levels where prices have a decent chance to turn around, where reward is high and risk is low. Just like the level I showed you yesterday when I said to you that we were, I think, here sort of at the top or something. Let me go to the 1 hour chart. And we said, okay, wave 4 hit already the 50-cent level. It shouldn't drop below that because then it's probably going to break down. But as long as it's holding that 50-cent level, we should get one more high that could even go to round about the 54.7 cent level. We're now on track to delivering that. But before we dive into that, let me show you again the wave count, bigger picture. So the idea, obviously, WXY, we talked about that. And we say that of the March high, we broke down in a wave 1, we moved up in a wave 2, and we should come down next in a third wave, ideally turning around before we break above 54.7 cents, then a fourth wave and a fifth wave. Now that's the short-term bearish count. The bullish count would get much more into focus and would get into control above 54.7 cents because we would then have a wave 1, a wave 2, and another 1, 2 setup, and this would now be a third wave in the making. But it would need to break first above 54.7 cents and then also impulsively above 58.5 cents, which would be the wave 1 high. Two reasons I have difficulties to believe that count. The main reason is that this looks like a three-way structure and the second, what would be a wave 1 in the bullish count, is way longer than the first one, and that already makes this a questionable count. So anyway, let's zoom in. The pivot point is clear. Yesterday I provided you with a detailed micro count. So at the moment the trend isn't broken, so it will still push higher, and at the moment I see no reason to assume that it will stop at 54.7, but you know how cryptos work. They turn around at an instant, so it's just a level to watch. Of this low, so I currently in the primary count we see this as a wave 2, but of course this view is now getting challenged. But it's not doing anything that we didn't talk about. So it's created an A wave, a B wave, and this is the C wave. Showed you really the micro count in the last video. We counted a wave 1, we counted a wave 2, counted a wave 3, counted a wave 4, and said, this is the level that shouldn't be broken. If it's broken, we topped in 3 waves. To get the 5, to complete the C wave, it needs to hold 50 cents, which it did, and then we could get higher. So this is what it's doing now, and we might actually have a small 1-2 setup here, a small 3, 4, 5 in an ending diagonal, so it might be nearly done. Yeah, this is nearly over, probably, if this count is correct, okay, which obviously I don't know, you don't really know only afterwards, but it shows us the key level, which is the 54.7 cent level, because that's the 78.6 retracement, and in such a wave 2, if price breaks and sustains above the 78.6 retracement, the count is probably not correct and it's rather following the alternative count, which would be the bullish breakout pattern. So yeah, that's my view about XRP. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.